Reagan the Realist, RealBoy Radio, Fort Myers, Florida. We are back again with another episode. I have a very special guest with me today, the puppet master himself. He's wearing some very exotic jewelry today. Kaseyy Loxx. How you doing, big dog?
What's up, brother? How you doing?
Good, man. You look like you got a lot of going on over there.
Yeah, man. I got this brother and sister.
They call you Street Irwin, not Steve, Street Irwin.
You. Bro, I average about 400 to 600 views on my story, which ain't shit, you know, for nobody, but all those people don't care about my music, bro. Right. When I start promoting my music on my story, those views go down.
Yeah, same with my shit, too.
You get what I'm saying? Which is weird.
I get hella views on things that got nothing to do with RealBoy. But then when I post something about RealBoy, I get like spammed like crazy.
Facts.
And I'm like, what the fuck is that? Is that the platform just hating, or is it like, what is that?
I'm pretty sure it's the platform that targets that.
Okay, I'm glad that you said that, bro, because I thought I was going crazy. Every time I posted a project or anything with RealBoy, it gets no views, and then I'll post like me working out, and it's like everybody I've ever been friends with sees it. It's crazy. It's weird how that goes.
That's what the algorithm wants to see.
Yeah.
Is that working out shit.
Yeah.
Those people making working out videos and posting them, they're banking, dog.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
They're banking.
That's pretty much what got me into lifting weights, was when it got popping on Instagram. You know what I mean? Back in like the early 2010s, it got real popular.
If you live in Florida, especially your whole life, and you haven't made time to become a gym rat,
I don't know where my two homeboys are at, but listen, I made them both gym rats.
It's just like, it's addicting. People that get into the gym.
Oh yeah, we live it.
It's addicting.
It's addicting. I built one on my porch during quarantine. I got everything out there, bro. Had to. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
So, story of a puppet master. I know that's some of your, earlier stuff a couple of years ago, but I mean, I noticed that you just dropped Puppet Master 2. Explain to me, because you just said that you kind of want to be more on the producing side and kind of put somebody else in the forefront spot. Is that the puppet master part of you? Break that down, what that means to me, or means to you, and like how it reflects in your music.
First of all, what a great question, because you're the first interviewer to ever ask me that question.
That's lit. That gets the horns. Horns from me.
And two is, the puppet master explains everything about me.
Okay.
Everything about me. From being from Jersey to having to basically become this southerner with, give up the white tees and the do-rags and the Timberland boots and the fucking baggy jeans and just go down the list, bro. Mm-hmm. And it took like 5 to 10 years to accumulate. But once I became Southern, it was on.
Yeah.
I love it.
You are like an interesting mix of like Jersey and South. It's kind of a tight,
I love it.
Yeah, that's
and
lit.
when I go to Jersey to see my family, they love it. Because when I first became Southern as fuck, I'd go up there and they didn't understand a word I was saying, bro. I promise you.
Yeah.
But then I accumulated both of them and found my own swag. And now when I go up there, no one knows what the fuck to make of me. And I'll be honest with you, bro. There's only one thing in life right now, besides my daughter. There's only one thing in life right now that's worth anything to me. Mm-hmm. And that is doing something magnificent. My dream in life, dog, and this is going to sound bougie as fuck. My dream in life is to be rich enough one day to take a bunch of cancer kids that are like on their deathbed about to croak 6 feet. You know? I want to take them and their families to see their favorite sports team before they go, like a Make Last Wish Foundation type shit.
That's lit.
And I already looked into it. That's the funny thing. And I had no idea how much fucking bullshit you gotta have.
Oh yeah, there's so many legalities with that kind of thing. Yeah.
But one day I'm gonna have that pool. Yeah. And then at that day I'll be ready to die.
Hell yeah.
Because I've had a perfect life considering how I moved. Because I moved down here, when you're from Jersey, bro, you move for certain reasons.
Totally.
And I done lost so many brothers, dog, and so much family and been in trouble for so much shit. If you Google my name, you'll see nothing but like kidnapping charges and shit.
Oh, shit.
I'm so humble and grown now. Like, a bitch can't tell me how to get in trouble. There's no peer pressure with me.
Yeah.
Bro, I'll be around the baddest bitch ever. Ever. If I don't want to fuck her, I won't fuck her.
Yeah.
If I don't want to use a rubber, if I want to use a rubber, bro, if she's not happy, bro, I walk away. Like, there is no temptation for me.
Yeah.
And
that takes like a lot of like living and wisdom to kind of get to that mindset. You know what I'm saying?
It takes so much.
It does.
Takes being humble, bro.
100%. And knowing yourself too. You got to know yourself. You know what I mean?
I'm glad you said know yourself, because that's one thing I've been fucking struggling with the last year.
Really? In what way?
Is I'm an all natural type of person, right? Mm-hmm. I don't take medication for nothing. Mm-hmm. And like, there's so much shit like anxiety and depression that runs through my genetics, hereditary, and I deal with that shit naturally. But the thing that sucks is, as I get older, it's been hitting me.
Yeah.
So for the last year, I've really been going through some shit mentally, and it's evolved to me, and I'm so grateful, y'all. I'm so grateful because not only I was in a serious relationship for like 5 or 6 years, and when that finally broke off, right, my depression really didn't come from that, but it definitely added to it. And next thing you know, brother, I have finally found myself, because nothing's worse in life than being comfortable.
Facts.
Nothing.
It's the worst drug you can ever be hooked to.
It's the worst drug you can ever be fucking hooked to, because when you're comfortable, there is no growth. There's no vision. There's no self-motivation. You got to really be one in a million to be comfortable and be all you can be in life. And it makes sense to me that all these people that are the shit in life, that are that reach the highest mountaintops, usually are single, usually are like, you know,
very devoted,
don't have time for the family stuff, and I get it. So ever since this past year, not only have I found myself, but my music, it took off. It took off because now I don't have to worry about, bro, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
you know,
I could tell, bro.
My songs, bro, and I can bring up the analytics right now on my phone. Like, I'm a nobody. For me to have 3 albums out and I have about 170,000 plays, which is straight for a nobody.
That's really good.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the growth between the first Puppet Master and the second Puppet Master in plays is crazy. Now, this is the catch. You go to Apple Music. None of my hard shit, including Put Some Money on It that we played for the opening.
Yeah.
None of that shit is in my top 5.
Really?
That's when I knew that my fans don't listen to me for music. That's when I knew. I spent all this time to develop a sound that's hard as fuck.
Yeah.
No one gives a fuck.
Yeah.
They follow me for me. And I'll be real with you. I appreciate that more than anything.
Yeah, facts, bro. The raw and authenticity, I think people are drawn to the most. You know what I mean? The music is kind of just a bonus. It's like, oh, he makes music too. It's like they follow your personality. They see the stuff that you say in your stories. Sometimes you throw out some advice out there. Like, it's entertaining. You know what I'm saying? So I see why people are drawn to it. I feel like on the way to the top, when you start doing something and taking it serious, it kind of exposes a lot of people's true intentions.
Bro.
You know?
You know how many people in Fort Myers with a name, and I'm going to leave them nameless, but you know how many big producers in town stole their hits?
Oh, at least like it happens all the time. All the fucking time. It's amazing, isn't it?
And you know who I'm talking about. Y'all know who y'all are in Fort Myers that have stole big-ass songs from other artists out of city. And I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, shout-outs to y'all, because you only live once. You know? And I say it on my IG all the time. I grew up with snakes. I ain't grew up with rats. I grew up with snakes. And snakes get ahead. And you want to know something? If you live by that saying, dog eat dog, then you a snake.
Because it's the truth.
Because it's the fucking truth.
Yeah.
It's just what you like dogs and you don't like snakes, so that's acceptable or whatever. Like, nah,
that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. They don't say snake eat snake world. Yeah, you're right. Sure don't. Yeah, I never thought of it like that. That's interesting.
My plan for the last 2 years has always been, and I always had a solid plan, was when I first looked up Kevin Gates, right, 10 years ago. When I first looked him up, I always remember that I looked him up, and then I looked up another song, and then I looked up another song, and I looked up another song, and I was like, yo, this motherfucker's hard. He got 50 songs I like. Yeah. So I always told myself that if I ever was going to do music serious, I was going to put out a catalog. And then everything's exactly how I wanted it to be, bro. I put 2 albums out, 3 albums out in the last year and a half. And, you know.
That's crazy.
I can go through my IG messages right now. I was over here talking to Jimbo. You know Jimbo that was blowing up in Tampa? Right now, he's charging like 5 racks to 10 racks a thing, and I'll show you right now. He bring that shit down to $1,500 for me just because he likes my visuals.
That's
and
lit.
Like, yeah, bro. It's all about being humble.
So your latest visual, She Ain't Steppin', featuring SheeshCampJG. Is that his name?
Sheesh, man. Baby and Sheesh is on his own wavelength.
Okay.
Sheesh helped me grow up. I met him about 1.5 years ago, 2 years ago. And I never met a genuine person before. Ever.
Really?
I thought I did.
What was it about him that made you feel that way about him?
Sheesh. He don't smoke. He don't drink. He don't do nothing.
Respect. Yeah, that's.
And he's probably the first person I ever met that said that. Right?
Yeah.
Especially in my circle. So when this guy comes off as, I'll give your shirt off your back and this, and bro, I'll never forget. This is when I knew he was real. I had brung 4 or 5 bad bitches around him, bro. Bad. Ask him. And one day I was going through something. You know what he told me? He said, bro, to be real with you, out of all the bitches you brung around me, I would have stayed with that one girl, the first girl. The one I was with the longest. He was like, because that shit seemed genuine. I was like, you whack ass, weird ass, what the fuck type of shit are you talking about? But as I went home and threw it down in my head, I'm just like, bro, people like that are hard to find.
Yeah, has a good judge of character, seems like. Yeah.
Because I brought this same thing up to my other homies, and you know what they was about. They were like, oh, go do this one, this one.
Right.
So, yeah, man, genuine people are hard to find. Shout outs to SheeshCamp, man. That boy is
hard to find, period, and also in this industry, too, because everybody is really just trying to get to the top. Everybody wants to be the top dog. So finding somebody that just genuinely wants you to win without them wanting to get anything for themselves is definitely hard to find. So when you do find it, you got to lock them in and get them on there and get them part of the crew because it's beneficial to you. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but tell me a little bit about that record because you guys' flows complemented each other really well. Like, tell me about that song.
Listen, bro, Sheesh murdered me on my own shit.
Yeah.
Come on, let's be honest. So when I did that song, I did that song 2 years ago, I didn't know how to rap. I didn't know how to do shit. That's why I said I was blessed with the people I'm with because every single song I got better, noticeably. But when I did that shit, I was like, yo, let's see what Sheesh can do. So I threw that to Sheesh, and Sheesh murked it, dog. That's what, and don't you know, you're gonna hate me for what I say, but whatever. That's the best verse he has, bro. And he knows it. He knows it deep down. Out of all his music, that is his hardest verse, and I was blessed enough for him to put that on my shit.
That's lit.
And right now, it's averaging, I think, 150 plays a day. And that's love, bro.
Yeah,
We're nobodies.
Yeah. I wouldn't say you guys are nobodies, you know what I'm saying? I would say up and coming. Up and coming, you know what I mean? To say you're a nobody, I mean, dude, like I think even big artists that are like way above, like way on a different higher caliber than us, they see our shit, bro.
Oh, they see it.
They see it, bro. And they be stealing the fuck out of shit all the time. So to say you're a nobody, I wouldn't. Nah, nobodies are people with one song that they haven't released. That's a nobody. You know what I mean? You got a catalog, you got dope visuals. Yeah, you're not a nobody.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, but I mean, I respect you keeping it a humble head about it. But like, you know, that's just not true.
Because, bro, I be around so many somebodies like yourself that have their running shoes on to get to that fucking mansion we keep talking about. You feel me? I've met so many important people, so many with big fucking records, and they're nowhere close to where they want to be in life, nor are they in that mansion we talk about. I have gotten such a taste of reality in the last 2 years, being around so many famous and rich people, and none of them are in the mansion. That's why I say...
That's interesting.
Very interesting. That's why I say I'm a nobody. And not only that, I've been in rooms with some of the biggest producers you can, like, fucking name, bro. Like, it's popular people.
Yeah.
When I hear production means nothing come out of their mouths, bro, I have, like, been...
That's a heavy statement coming from them.
Blows my mind when I hear that.
What did they mean by that?
They mean that people in their bathrooms are cutting records that are getting them rich.
Millions of dollars. Yeah, bro. That's you know that's funny. I heard you say that on a different interview. They were talking about how they were cutting tracks in bathrooms and like that changed the entire way you looked at music production.
Yep.
That's crazy, isn't it?
And then when I went to bring that up to the homies at Warner, when I bring that up to them, they fucking scolded me.
Yeah, they didn't want you to hear. They didn't want to hear that shit.
They was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yeah,
like, and that's what made it even more of a priority to me to be humble about what the fuck I have, because it makes me sick to my stomach that people can cut records in their bathroom and in their kitchen and get rich
and make millions of dollars.
It makes me sick.
Yeah,
it does because you know why? I'm not hating on the artist, nor am I hating on the fan. I'm hating that how many people you cut out the equation.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
First of all, these engineers are nasty. These songwriters are nasty. These producers are nasty. And here you are cutting a record on and no offense to anyone that has this equipment that I'm about to name, but here you are cutting a record on a blue mic from Guitar Center, the $100 special with that nice little red scarlet. You know, the starter package.
Yeah, the starter pack.
The starter pack, and they're getting rich off of it. So I'm not necessarily hating on the artist or the fan, but it definitely takes away from people like us that believe in the art the visuals and the editing and the mastering. It's a funny concept because if you're an artist and you can't have a mastering conversation with me, you're not a fucking artist. And if you're rich, you're a lucky ass, rich ass artist.
Yeah, yeah.
But if you can't have a mastering conversation with me and what the difference is and what the process is, you're not a fucking artist.
Right, right. You're just somebody that records in the bathroom. Shit. I used to record in the closet, but it didn't make me any money, so, you know. Sounded good, though, you know. Yeah, so tell me a little bit about your visuals, man. Like, do you kind of come up with the concepts and, you know, like all the lighting and stuff yourself, or do you kind of do it like as a team? Do you guys come together as a collective and do it?
I'm glad you asked me that question because when it comes to AO, when it comes to Della Rose, when it comes to Jean, when it comes to Ernesto, none of them are haters. They will all tell you that I produce and edit and what's the word I'm looking for? Direct my own videos.
I love that, bro. That's fire.
Do not. It is very hard for me to take, unless it's Della Rose, it is very hard for me to take advice on what people think looks cool, coloring of a scene, et cetera, because I am so confident in what I do. So when I get somebody, it's weird sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially AO and them, because they come and they got these ideas and we're going to do this, we're going to do this. And I'm just like, no, we're not. We're not doing close to that. Yeah. We're going to do this, this, and this, and this. And all my shit comes out hard. And no offense to any other videographers, because if you look them all up on their pages, there's a common denominator. I'm their hardest videos. You know? Yeah. And I never try to take I never once, this is the first time I've ever even said it like that, because I never want to take shine away from them boys. They're all nasty at what they do. But I feel like if you're a real artist and your videos are coming out trash, it's because you're a fucking idiot and you're garbage. And you just need to wake up. Bro, I'm not trying to sell you out. I'm just trying to make you understand no one's going to give you what you want but yourself.
Facts.
No one's going to put fucking money in your pocket to pay rent. So you think people are just going to become your fans just because you make music?
No, it's not. It doesn't work that way.
You got to do different shit. And I'll be honest, I can't prove this. I feel like half the artists in Fort Myers with a clout, wink, wink, with a quote unquote following, I think they're capping.
Really? I mean, that's pretty common in rap nowadays.
Hard. Yeah, that's why when people ask me, I tell them, "Bitch, I'm a nobody. I don't want to be Drake. I don't need a million fans. People follow me for me." But half the artists in my town, I peep game. Yeah. And everyone that they think is about to get signed and this and making music and got millions, bro, it's not.
It's all a facade.
I got so much respect for them. No, but you gotta respect that art.
Totally.
Because faking it till you make it is the name of the game in music. Straight up.
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, you're right about that for sure.
So instead of doing all that extra shit, this is what we do.
Mm-hmm.
We do visual art, so people fuck with us, man.
Mm-hmm.
And the people, because obviously you could tell, like, you know, I mean, me and you are just like getting acquainted real good now, but all I do is chill with goons. So that's like go to a rave and I chill with my, you know how that goes.
Word.
But all I do is chill with goons. And when I'm around my goons and I come around with shit like this, I open their minds. You know, in a weird way. Because they're like, what the fuck is Kaseyy doing?
Yeah.
You know? In a black tee, black hoodie with stinks around his neck. Like, bro, it's bigger. It's bigger than marketing. It's about coming out your shop.
Would you say that you kind of enjoy doing the visual aspect of your art more than the actual music itself?
100%.
Yeah, I can tell.
I did a study on colors when I first got into music. Study on colors.
Okay.
Because I wanted to know what colors to build my studio to make me go hard. I wanted to know what colors to put in my videos to make people pay attention. Next thing you know, I was able to incorporate colors with my lyrics and making music, and now I'm at a whole different level.
That's interesting. Well, so what did you learn about colors? That's like interesting that maybe like some people wouldn't know. Like, do certain colors bring out like more creative?
Watch Elmo, watch Sesame Street, watch Rugrats, go to your nearest playground, go to McDonald's. You're going to see the same common denominator. Those 4 or 5 colors that make the world go round. Red, always going to grab your attention. So always going to give you that aggression. Blue, there's a reason why you always see that at doctor's offices, and et cetera, because it's calming, smooth, you know. And you can go down the list, orange and yellow for energy and excitement and arousal, and green and purple, my 2 favorite ones. You know, and once you're able to incorporate colors into your videos and into your music, Bro, there's secrets I could tell you. You ever heard about that I wouldn't know what the frequency is, but there's a low frequency that I know Psycho Joe would know. Mr. Hitman, shout out to Hitman.
Oh, frequency programming and type shit? Where yeah. So like they said like the 808 drum and stuff like that, it's in like the lowest chakra of your body, and that frequency, when you play it at a certain, could fuck up your entire aura and shit. Yeah, I know about that. That's why you want to keep your shit at like a certain, it's like 432 HZ.
I got so much respect for you.
Thank you, bro.
For knowing
I'm
that.
very into that shit.
Like, so much respect for you.
Thank you, bro.
People don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And if they even hear about shit like that, it doesn't intrigue them the way it intrigues us.
Mm-hmm.
That a frequency that you can't hear
yeah.
can affect your whole mind.
Dude, I'll be listening to gangster rap on the way to work. I'll be pissed off for no reason.
Thank you.
Then I'll throw on some like Kendrick Lamar 432, higher uplifting music, and I'm in the best mood of my ever.
You think Drake, you think the big boys, artists and producers, you think they don't know those frequencies?
They 100% do. I remember, rest in peace to XXXTentacion. I remember he was very big on frequency programming before he died.
That explains a lot to me. So I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was very, very big on that. I watched a few lives where he was like really going in deep on it and how like they use those frequency programmings to dictate people's moods and actions and stuff like that. That's why like you hear a lot of like the 808 drum, since it like is located in the lowest chakra of your body, is all sometimes associated with a lot of like sexual aggression and violence, and which is why like a lot of those like things can, you know, dictate the way people, you know, can commit crimes, do acts of violence. It's deep, bro.
It's deep.
It's very deep. You know what I mean? I mean, everything that exists around us is all frequencies.
It's deep. When you get a chance, look into it in Grand Theft Auto 5.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, in Grand Theft Auto 5, and it explains so much on how that game's been able to be around for like 10 or 15 years.
Really? That is probably one of the greatest games ever made.
Oh.
It's been around for a while, and then they're getting ready to drop 6. They just that fucking kid over in Europe leaked the yeah.
Bro, listen.
Yeah.
Remember when I say this, 6 is going to be probably the biggest game of our lifetime.
I 100% agree. 100% agree. Because I've been following the Rockstar franchise for a long time and playing that shit since I was like middle school. You know what I'm saying? GTA 3 all the way up till now, you know? And just to see where they've gotten to now, it's fucking crazy, bro. And just the way, you know, like even the gaming world itself is getting big too. Like a lot of like imagine having your whole album play on the GTA radio. Like that's fire, bro. Like there's just so many different cool ways for your music to hit different markets. You know what I mean?
That's so real what you just said.
Because I remember Eminem actually dropped a song that was played on like one of the early Call of Duty games, and that was like I think the first time I ever seen like a major rap feature be pushed through the video game world. And I'm like, oh, that's fucking interesting. I wonder if they're going to continue to do that. And now that you got the metaverse coming and stuff like that, there's going to be, I think, a lot of really interesting stuff incorporated.
The metaverse is weird.
It is very weird.
It is weird to me. I think it's going to get ruined really fast. And I think a lot of people are going to get data stolen, and it's going to be a shit show.
It's going to be interesting, definitely.
Because I don't think the world's ready for that type of freedom.
No.
Metaverse is...
It's an alternative reality, bro. And sometimes that, if you can dictate it better than actual reality, you're never going to want to take that shit off.
Ever.
Yeah.
And there's too many weirdos. Way too many weirdos.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be...
That's a perv city right there, man.
And then my dog Elon Musk wants to fucking start rolling out those robots.
I don't know how I feel about that, bro.
Trying to tell you, bro.
Yeah.
They're doing it fast, too. They're doing it fast. And, like, you could be as superstitious as you want to, but I'll tell you one thing. I'm here for it. I want a robot. I want that metaverse. I want all of it because why not? I mean, we here, bro.
Have the Kaseyy Loxx experience through the metaverse?
Bro, I'm trying to tell you.
That'd be hard, bro. I mean, I heard you were a big conspiracy theorist. Is that true?
I used to be.
Yeah? What are some of your favorite conspiracy theories?
I used to be.
Oh, okay. So it's not so much
I used
anymore.
to be big on aliens, bro.
Okay. What happened?
Listen, you alien conspirators. This is for you guys. I used to be big with you guys. Big as fuck.
Yeah.
Then I realized something. There's not one stone left unturned in the social media world. And for something that's been alive or believed in, aliens, for as long as it is, and I was one of them, dog. I had the sweaters. I had the fucking podcasts I listened to. It's 2022. They're not walking around. They're not showing face. There's no hard, concrete evidence. There's no politician that's coming out here and putting everything on the line saying, oh, this shit's true and I can prove it. Bro,
yeah,
we're talking about 8 billion people in the world and no one can prove there's an alien.
Right.
So
with all the phones, camera phones, like,
I just feel like it comes down to the Bible with me, you know? A lot of people are going to take this wrong, but it's hard for me to believe in something. I believe in God, but I can't believe in something that's been rewritten hundreds of times throughout centuries. And then you want me to believe every word in it?
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Doesn't make sense to me. Now, believing in a higher power, 100%.
Yeah, I think that's kind of more where I'm at and where most people kind of fall in. It's just they believe in a higher power, but not necessarily anything too specific. They don't commit to any one side. You know what I mean? Yeah. I just believe in the universe, bro. That's really what I believe in. Bro, you know what I mean?
The universe is so much easier to believe in.
Right.
Than a single entity creating everything. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying gods aren't real. Gods are real. Mm-hmm. Back, bro, thousands of years, they had 20, 30 gods.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
But the universe is something that everyone believes in. If you believe in your Taurus sign, if you believe in those angel numbers, 111, 222, 333, if you believe in any of that shit, then you believe in the universe.
Yeah.
And you're superstitious as fuck, too.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And to be honest with you, the universe is real.
It is.
Karma's real.
100%.
Manifestation's real. All that shit's real. God, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt, homie. You know? I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt because he's always been there when I needed him.
Facts.
But eventually, somebody going to have to prove that too.
I feel like once you see him everywhere type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's one of the hardest, realest things I've heard on the podcast, bro.
Real shit. Because, like, once you kind of accept the fact that you can't control everything in life and that even the bad shit is part of the good shit is when I feel like you see God everywhere.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Sometimes we get selfish when, like, okay, well, when good things happen to us, we're super happy. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
But the higher power is never going to give you what you want in the form you want it. Like, if you want wisdom, you're going to get problems to solve to get wisdom. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Like, God's never going to just get, or the higher power, whatever you want to call it, is never just going to give you what you want directly. Like, you have to earn it in some way.
That is so real because, first of all, that's the realest shit I fucking heard all week.
Get the horns for that.
I tell people all the time when they complain to me about God, I put them in there. I don't care who it is. I always say to the same, everybody. God glorifies the strong and he pities the weak. I tell everybody that. And it's real.
Yeah.
God don't have time for all you people praying for a miracle.
Yeah.
Go make your own miracle happen.
God likes steppers, bro.
He loves steppers.
I feel like when you don't live to your potential and you don't, like, try, you're just kind of slapping him across the face because he gives you every single thing you need to be successful, but you're just choosing not to. It's purely mindset.
100%.
Yeah. So it's like, I feel like that's why you see these dudes that are, like, going out there and going and getting it. They're the ones that are going to get those big breaks. They're going to get the big deals. They're going to get the promotions at work because they step. That's God. You know, I hate to say it, but God has favorites, and his favorites are the ones that go out there and do shit and don't care about failing.
Damn.
That's real shit.
Like this is the realest shit I've ever talked about on a podcast.
That's lit.
Because people don't understand. It's no offense to you, God, because I feel like you think like right now that I'm talking shit and I'm not. It's just like God makes people weak.
Yeah.
And a lot of people will be like, what? No. Listen, if you put all of your faith and all of your good fortune and everything that's going to happen to you good in life on a single person you're never going to meet, that's going to make you weak. It goes back to your comfort zone. Like, you got to get out your comfort zone to be a millionaire, man.
Facts.
Unless you're just lucky.
And some people are, man. That's a fact. It's crazy, right?
Lucky, you know who's the luckiest people? Those fucking jackpot winners, yo.
Oh yeah, or those the crypto nerds and the NFTs.
What would you do right now if you had $100 million?
That's a good question. There's a lot of things I would do. I would probably get a
top three.
I'd get a nice house. I'd probably invest a good chunk of it, and then I probably would just help everybody that I know that are in my circle get their shit together, type shit.
Okay, so let me rephrase that question.
Okay.
Besides the common.
Okay, so besides the house and cars and type shit,
what intrigues you the most to change the world? What would you do with $100?
I like to help people, bro. I like to be.
That.
Yeah, I like to help people. I kind of like to be like a. Kind of like a leader for like young guys that feel lost, that don't really know their worth or where they want to do in life. I'd kind of like to be like a big brother or type, or like have some sort of foundation where we can kind of help. Like, I mean, it doesn't have to be just guys too. It can be all sorts of kids, but just like give them a place to have something where they can learn and grow. That not necessarily the common everyday same school program that we've been doing our whole lives. Because I feel like that shit's just programming, bro. A lot of the shit that we learn has nothing to do with anything. And
people like you are hard to find.
Thanks.
Listen. If we could rewind what you just said, people like you are hard to fucking find.
I appreciate that.
Listen, someone that wants to take $100 million and devote it to helping other men and individuals grow is close to impossible to find. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So two things. One, God got a certain place for people like you. You know, that's one. Two is never change who you are, because in the little bit of time I've been acquainted to you for this interview, I can tell you a real one, and your energy's on 100.
Mm-hmm. Likewise.
And people like you not only change the world, but they change other people. And that's what I also enjoy about life, is taking someone that has no idea what they're capable of, and next thing you know, they're shining.
That's the best, isn't it? It's the best. It feels good to be that friend that, like, when you come around me, like, your life gets better in some way. Like, I just have that influence on people. And it's just because I want people to win, because the more winners I have around me, it's only going to make my chances of becoming one more.
And you know what? While I'm doing this, I want to give a shout out to Germ, my dog Cody, my dog Matt, Abdul. I'm naming a specific group because they're the ones that broke me out of my shell in 2013. I lost all of my best friends to a Steak and Shake shooting in Cape Coral, which most people that have been in this area know about. And I'll never forget when I had no friends. I had a group of white boys from FGCU take me in. And they didn't give a fuck that I had braids, that I wore black tees, that I had a record. They didn't give a fuck because I gave them a different energy that they weren't used to. Yeah. You know? And they could take me to raves. They could take me to their house and know I wasn't going to act a fool. And next thing you know, I found EDM. EDM changed me.
Really?
It changed me. Because my whole life I was Cassidy, Jada Kiss, Fabulous.
Yeah.
Then you come to the South.
I love all those guys too.
And it's like T.I., Rick Ross, at that time, Jeezy, Gucci. But when I got introduced to EDM, I was like, who the fuck is Calvin Harris?
Yeah.
Next thing you know, I'm going out of my way to go to his concerts.
Wow.
Because there's nothing better than running into other goons at raves.
Yeah.
There's nothing like it.
Yeah.
Because the love is genuine as fuck. They're like, what are you doing here?
Yeah,
like, what the fuck are you doing here?
Yeah.
You know, and when you live in Florida, I would never leave Florida.
Yeah.
You could be whoever you want.
We are the most lit state, for sure.
You want to know why we are? Because there's an expectation out here not to be a bum.
That's a fact.
No one gives a fuck what you do out here, as long as you're not a bum.
Yeah.
So you have kind of a permission to be whoever you want, dog. You want to have 3 or 4 different lives. No one judges you in Florida for having 4 different personalities.
Yeah, we're all wild as fuck down here.
Maybe your wife or your jealous girlfriend might. Besides that, there's nothing better than being able to be who you need to be that day.
Yeah.
People that are stuck in their ways. Even with me, like, then, you know, can we jump outside the box?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, go ahead.
You know what I learned recently? Love is fake as fuck.
Yeah, I don't really believe in that shit anymore.
I used to believe in that shit.
I did too. Yeah, I did too.
I was in a relationship where I cheat on this bitch all the time. They know, the world knows. You know?
Yeah.
But I realized something. When you are ready to face the truth will bite you in the fucking ass. And the truth is this: you could be in love with anybody. There's a natural chemicals in your body that are going to make you miss that individual for a certain amount of time. But once that shit goes away, you could fall in love with anybody.
Yep.
Love is fake. So it's kind of hard to wrap your head around that word, because when I say I want to love my daughter, I love my daughter. But sometimes I wonder if that's fake too.
In what way? Like, what do you, like break that down a little bit.
I would die for my daughter. I would do anything for her. If I seen her cry, it would break me. But sometimes I go to sleep and I wonder, how much does she really mean in my life? How much do I really mean in her life?
That's deep.
Because I'm an individual. I've been on my own since like 13, 14. And I've always had the backing of my parents. Shout outs to my parents. They've been good to me. But me and all of my closest friends are living proof that you can go years without talking to your parents. Years. Like it's nothing. Some of your parents can even hate you in the long end.
Yeah.
And they be the reason why y'all don't talk. So when it comes to my daughter, shout outs to my daughter. When it comes to my daughter, I never want to raise her on the aspect of love is everything.
Right.
Because love will break your heart. Love will get you in that comfort zone. Love will do more damage to you mentally than pain could ever do physically.
You kind of lose yourself sometimes when you fall too deep into that type of shit.
Way too much.
You know what I mean? Because then you kind of give all of yourself to somebody and you don't leave any for yourself. And then when it goes wrong, which it will, then you fall on your fucking face. And now you got to rebuild your whole self again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And with my daughter, well, now I want to teach her how to just be strong. I don't want to teach her to believe in love. I want to teach her how to live by morals.
Yeah.
Let morals dictate your love. You know, if you find a girl, if you find a man, if she ever finds a husband one day that's a 10 out of 10, passes all the things, then go ahead, love him.
Yeah.
But don't look for love. Let love find you.
You have to let it find you. Yeah, that's wisdom right there, bro. The moment you try to look for it, you ain't gonna find it.
When you look for it, oh my
or like look for it. That kind of applies to everything too. It's not even just love. Sometimes when you just look too hard for shit, it just escapes you. But the moment you kind of like make yourself to where it attracts to you naturally, it's a beautiful thing, and it comes out of nowhere at a time you wouldn't even expect it. You know.
Expect it. The best things happen to you and the worst things happen to you. You can never plan for the best thing of your life and the worst thing of your life.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And that's what sucks.
It does suck. Yeah, that's deep. Shit, I'm gonna be thinking about that for a couple days. What's up, guys? RealBoy checking in. This episode of RealBoy Radio is brought to you by G Production Studio in Cape Coral, Florida. If you're a local artist in the 239 area that's serious about perfecting your craft, G Production Studios offers top-of-the-line recording, mixing, and mastering packages along with videography and photography using the highest quality equipment you can find in the industry with the sole purpose of bringing you the best quality audio and visuals to your projects. Not to mention, they also record bands as well. Super dope. I've personally recorded at G Productions a few times, and all of my experiences there have been excellent. It's a beautiful establishment, extremely professional, and they definitely know what they're doing. So to all you local artists, make sure you guys tap in with G Productions. To schedule any bookings, you can DM G Productions LLC on Instagram, or you can email gproductionsllc@gmail.com. That's gproductionsllc@gmail.com. So what are you waiting for? Book your session now and take your musical aspirations to the next level. Now let's get back to the show. So we're coming up on an hour, big dog. Is there anything we haven't covered yet that you want to talk about before we wrap things up?
I mean, she caught me off guard with that question. I can't really think of anything.
I mean, we covered a lot of really good stuff. So, I mean, shit, you know what I mean? It's been a great episode. Where can they find your Instagram, your music? I mean, that camera right there with the ring light on it, if you want to, like, say it into there, you know?
Which one, this one?
Nah, right up here, the ring light.
So if y'all ever want to catch me out or see my music, it's at LOXXBABY, Loxx Baby, IG. Look me up on YouTube, look me up on Apple Music, Spotify, whatever you listen to. Like I said, bro, you're a good man.
Appreciate you,
man.
man.
You're good energy. You're a good man. You're a good interviewer.
Thank you, bro.
And I appreciate you letting me get on your platform.
Yeah, you're a great guest, bro. You speak really well. You're very intelligent. You got a lot of insightful things to say. I very enjoyed that conversation a lot, man. And you can every time you got anything you want to promote, bro, you can always come back on here and kick it with me, and we can shoot the shit about whatever. You know what I mean?
Come on here,
I mean, that hour flew by quick, bro. Like, so I mean, shit. Me and you could probably go hours talking shit. So.
Bro. Next time I come here, I'll bring some guests.
Yeah, we'll make that happen, bro. I mean, I got 3 microphones, so if you ever want to bring some homies over here, and we'll get rowdy for sure.
Yeah. I was gonna bring some guests. So it's funny because we were actually gonna bring Sheesh. Sheesh was supposed to stop by, and my dog didn't get done in his studio session until 9:30. I was gonna ask to push it back that up.
Yeah.
But now I'll bring a cast next time we're here, man, because there's
Most
some interesting people you'll like.
Yeah, I would love that. Yeah, anybody you want to put on, we're fucking for it. But man, it's been a great episode. Kaseyy Loxx, make sure you guys stream his music. Make sure you go watch his visuals. Make sure you subscribe to the RealBoy channel. And yeah, y'all have a great night. Get the horns for everybody. And we out.
Lucky, look, my nigga, that's a trash bag. Scared to put some money on it. Scared to put some money on it. Nigga scared to put some money on it. Scared to put some money on it. So watch me put some on your head now. Watch me put some money on it.